If you've ever invested in the stock market, or even thought about investing, there's a very high chance you've heard of VOO and SPY. They are two of the most famous ETFs in the world. They both track the S&P 500. And on the surface, they look almost identical. But here's the thing. If they're so similar, why do both exist? Why do professional traders obsess over SPY, while long-term investors swear by VOO? And more importantly, which one should you be buying in 2026 and beyond? Today, we're going to answer that question, slowly, clearly, and with real numbers. No hype. No TikTok shortcuts. Just facts, history, and strategy. By the end of this video, you'll know the real differences between VOO and SPY, why expense ratios actually matter, which ETF is better for long-term investors, which one traders prefer, and why and how choosing the wrong one could quietly cost you thousands. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's settle the VOO versus SPY debate once and for all. Hello viewers, if you are enjoying this content, and you do not want to miss future videos filled with even more tips, tricks, and inspiration, hit that subscribe button now to stay tuned with us, and remember to comment and share. What are VOO and SPY? Let's start with the basics. Both VOO and SPY track the S&P 500 index. That means, you own the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the US, companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Google, and Meta. These companies represent roughly 80% of the entire US stock market's value. So from a market exposure perspective, VOO and SPY are nearly identical. But the ETFs themselves are not the same. SPY, launched in 1993, created by State Street, the first ETF ever designed originally for institutional trading. VOO, launched in 2010, created by Vanguard, built specifically for long-term investors, designed to be low-cost and tax-efficient. Same index. Different philosophies. A brief history lesson. SPY came first. Back in the early 1990s, ETFs weren't even a thing yet. SPY was revolutionary. It allowed investors to buy the entire S&P 500 with a single trade. Institutions loved it. Hedge funds, pension funds, market makers, liquidity exploded. Fast forward to 2010. Vanguard enters the scene with VOO. And Vanguard says, let's do the same thing. But cheaper. That one decision changed everything. Expense ratios, the silent wealth killer. This is where the real difference begins. SPY expense ratio, 0.09%, VOO expense ratio, 0.03%. Now you might be thinking, that's nothing. Who cares? Let me show you why it matters. Imagine you invest $100,000 and hold it for 30 years. Assume the market returns 8% annually. With VOO, you keep more of that return. With SPY, a slightly larger slice goes to fees. Over decades, that difference can easily turn into tens of thousands of dollars. Fees compound in reverse. And Vanguard is famous for one thing: relentlessly low costs. This is why long-term investors almost always lean toward VOO. Performance, is there any real difference? Let's talk returns. Since VOO's inception, VOO and SPY have delivered nearly identical performance. Any differences are mostly due to fees and tracking efficiency, but here's the key point. VOO almost always slightly outperforms SPY over long periods. Why? Because lower fees mean less drag, better compounding, higher net returns. No magic. Just math. Liquidity, why traders love SPY. Now let's flip the script. If VOO is so great, why do traders still prefer SPY? Simple. Liquidity. SPY is one of the most traded securities on earth, traded millions of times per day, has extremely tight bid-ask spreads. This matters if you day trade, swing trade, use options, hedge portfolios. For traders, SPY is king. For buy and hold investors? Liquidity matters far less. Dividends, same, but not really. Both ETFs pay dividends. Both reflect the dividends paid by S&P 500 companies. But again, VOO's lower expense ratio means slightly higher net dividend yield over time, not dramatic, but consistent. If you're reinvesting dividends for decades, that consistency matters. Tax efficiency. Both ETFs are tax efficient. But Vanguard's structure gives VOO a slight edge. Lower turnover, better internal tax management and taxable accounts. This can make a difference over long periods. Who should buy SPY? SPY is ideal if you trade frequently, you use options strategies, you care about intraday liquidity, you're a professional or active investor. SPY is not bad. It's just not optimized for buy and hold. Who should buy VOO? VOO is ideal if you invest for retirement, you dollar cost average, you hold for decades, you want maximum efficiency. For most individual investors, VOO is the better choice. Final verdict. So, VOO versus SPY. Here's the honest truth. They both track the same index. They both own the same companies. They both benefit from America's long-term growth. But SPY is built for trading. VOO is built for wealth building. If you're investing for the long run, retirement, or financial independence, VOO quietly wins. And often, the best investments aren't exciting. They're boring, efficient, and consistent. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, subscribe for more long-term investing content, and let me know in the comments. Are you Team VOO or Team SPY? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.